Good morning, everybody. Yeehaw to you and yours. We've got some of that amazing Pokemon Unite news that you absolutely love dropping from El Chico Eevee. We are finding out what is going on with Suicune with some gameplay. We also have Alolan Raichu. Yes, Alolan Raichu is confirmed to be coming to the game. We have information on Alolan Raichu's moves. We have new items coming to the game. We have a lot of stuff going on. I have to start with Suicune, though. One of my absolute favorite Pokemon. I loved it in Gold and Silver. I got to turn this down a little bit because it's going to blow up your ears here in 1 second, but let's take a look here. It talks about the ability from Suicune, which is pressure. When this Pokemon deals damage to a frozen Pokemon, freeze lane's going to be insane. On the opposing team, whose HP is below a set percentage, they're instantly knocked out. So its execute move is part of its passive. When this Pokemon hits opposing Pokemon with moves, the Pokemon is granted a shield and its crystal gauge increases. The shield can stack up to 2 times. When this Pokemon uses Whirlpool or Surf, we've got another Surf Pokemon in the game, the area the move passes through will become flooded. If the Pokemon freezes a flooded area, opposing Pokemon in the flooded area are also frozen. Its basic attack, when the crystal gauge is full, the user's next basic becomes boosted. Boosted shoot water continuously and deal damage to frozen opposing Pokemon. All right. Let's see it, buddy. Water pulse to start. Has the user fire a pulse of water in the designated direction, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon hits and shoving them. Also marks the opposing Pokemon, leaving them drenched. Okay. They are drenched. You can see it. Not doing a ton. Like, currently drenching is not ideal. We have avalanche as well. User makes snow continuously fall at the designated location, dealing damage and applying a slowing effect. At the end of the move, the user drops a clump of snow, leaving flooded areas frozen. Also, if the opposing Pokemon are drenched, they're left frozen. Oh, okay, so there's the combo right there, right? Drench them. We missed our combo right there. Oh, there was the boosted. There was the boosted using those 2 moves in succession. Drench. We are still missing this combo. Get him. All right. I would love to see this combo. Dang, I mean, this Pokemon just looks so right for the game. I guess we're not going to be seeing it on these wilds. All right, we got our first 2 moves. Surf or Whirlpool. Whirlpool generates a vortex at the designated location. All right, so you cast it, dealing damage to Pokemon, pulling them toward the center, and leaving them drenched. If the move is used again, the vortex is moved. Ooh. Okay, let me see. Yeah. Oh. Oh, dang. That's going to be really cool. Wow, this build feels like a mage. Really? Okay. Interesting. Huh. That is not at all what I expected that to be like. That's actually pretty cool. Huh. I the combination here is weird. I can't tell if it's like really good or just kind of awkward right now. Right? I think like with some finesse it would feel pretty good. The freeze there is very powerful, obviously. If especially with how Whirlpool casts, like you could freeze a ton of them, which could be huge. It's easy to hit that boosted too. You just got to hit your moves a couple times, right? Would be really powerful. But so way different than I thought this would be interacting in the game. I have to be I didn't it feels like I'm watching kind of like mage gameplay right here, which is not at all what I expected from Suicune. All right, Ice Beam or Icy Wind. We're going with Ice Beam here. Ice Beam. As the user fires an icy beam of energy in the designated direction, dealing damage and applying a slowing effect. If they are drenched, they are left frozen. If the move hits a flooded area, the area becomes frozen. 2 uses can be kept in reserve for this move. Okay. Let's see. So there's the drenched area. You freeze it with Ice Beam. And you have 2 uses. Yeah, this feels pretty strong. Wow, I wonder if we're... and I have no idea because I haven't seen the other moveset. I wonder if we're looking at sort of like a Miraidon situation where you're going to have 2 very different feels of its moves, right? Because this feels like sort of mid-range mage with like a lot of control. Woo! All right, we got its Unite move. Yeah, that feels like you just saw the moment right there that could be amazing. All right, we have its Unite move. Endless Ice Spikes. This move can be used while the user is unable to act. Really? Oh, wow. And it immediately gets rid of all status conditions. So anything they're hitting you with, like this is a full heal as well. Has the user create ice spikes in the designated direction, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon they hit, leaving them frozen. After a short time, they explode, dealing damage. Wow, so you've got a built-in full heal in your Unite move. Pretty cool. Could be really powerful. Like that moment you're caught at Ray and you're like, nope. No, I'm not caught. Yeah, Eevee's messing with the combo in some pretty good ways right here, like showing how you can pull the Whirlpool. Cool. Okay. All right, let's see this Unite. Whenever you get a Unite in a mode like this, you're trying to test, you can never find an enemy. It takes you 10 years to find somebody. It's always the case. He's like looking for someone. Nobody's around. All right. I mean, that's a huge area right there. So that's obvious, like when you look at like the choke points in the pit and things like that, that's a massive area. You could definitely see that being very powerful. There are just so many situations where that's going to be really, really strong, right? Oh, I'm realizing I don't think game audio was coming through correctly for you guys. Sorry about that. Probably getting it really low. I don't want it to be too loud, but I think you guys were getting it like way too low. Sorry about that, guys. We try to get it in here, but not like crazy loud. Apologize. Apologies all around. This combo seems pretty good. It feels, again, way more like a mage than I thought. Let's take a look at the other moves here. We've got Surf. Has the user create a big wave in the designated direction, dealing damage and shoving opposing Pokemon it hits, leaving them drenched. The area the wave passes through becomes flooded. If it hits a pillar created by Icy Wind, the pillar breaks, dealing damage. Okay. Let's see. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're casting it all out. Jeez, I really expected... I mean, you can do it either way, but for me, I thought Suicune was going to feel a little more speedstery. This feels like more attacker all-roundery to me right now. Right? And I know, like, Pokemon, as any game goes on, they start to... everything becomes more and more of a hybrid, right? Like, because you have, like, the basic mages, you have the basic defenders. Everything becomes more of a hybrid. I kind of thought we'd be experiencing more of a speedster hybrid. And that's just because me thinking of Suicune, like, running away from you, basically. Has the user blow a gust of freezing air in the designated direction, applying a slowing effect to opposing Pokemon hits. Once the freezing air builds up, it creates a pillar of ice, dealing damage and applying a slowing effect. After a short time, the ice breaks, dealing damage. If the pillar of ice is created in a flooded area, the area becomes frozen. Okay. Let's see it. So both of your second moves have multiple uses in reserve, basically for freezing areas, right? Okay. You've got to hit the flood first, right? Yeah, and then you can even freeze next to you. Pretty powerful combination. You've got to hit the flood first so that you can freeze with the Icy Wind. Wow, I mean, I gotta be honest, like looking at this, this kit is not at all what I expected for this Pokemon. And I'm sure there are those of you out there right now that are like, no, this is exactly what I thought Suicune would play like. I really thought there would be more of an emphasis on its mobility somehow. But apparently not. Interesting. Wow. Gonna be strong. The fact that, and you just saw it right there, the fact that your Unite move cleanses you so you can use it is huge. Just think of all those times where it's like, I couldn't Unite it, Ray. I got, you know, I got CC'd, I got hit with a wood hammer, and then they came in like, nope. Your Unite's cleansed. So now if your ally Suicune doesn't Unite, it's really on them. It's like really, really on them, right? It's always been on them, you know? It's always on us when we make the mistake, but it's really on them now. Very much so. And it's interesting seeing Remote Stadium because I think Remote Stadium is going to be coming back in a big way, especially with 500 point mode. I don't know if we're going to get... I know there's a possibility that Remote Stadium comes back for ranked, but I don't know if it's going to be Remote Stadium with like the 500 point mode style to it. Not the 500 point mode gameplay, but the 500 point mode Remote Stadium map. Oh my gosh, got that stolen so hard. This feels quite powerful. I can't tell if this moveset's better. It feels, yeah, I think Icy Wind just being able to like just drop at the designated location feels incredibly strong. We have Surf Plus. I actually didn't see what Surf Plus did. I should have looked at the plus move of it. Where was it, Eevee? Is this Surf? No, that's the Icy move. That's Icy Wind. This is Surf. What's Surf Plus? Increased damage dealt by this move. And what was Icy Wind Plus? Probably the same kind of vibe here. Increasing damage dealt, right? Reduces this move's cooldown. Okay. So, as far as the plus moves, like, obviously, cooldown reduction, all that's really good. It doesn't seem to have, like, a crazy ability to it. But it seems like it would be up constantly. Because the cooldown's already extremely low. It's like 5 seconds to charge. To, like, give yourself a charge, right? And it looks like you can cast it pretty close together. Maybe it's about similar. No, you can cast it really close together. So you could throw Surf and drop down 2 quick Icy Winds, it looks like. Got its Unite move coming in. That Unite move is going to be really good. It's going to be really good. And, you know, having an all-rounder like this that is able to stun your opponents, too. Like, constant stuns. In this game, you know, freezes, but constant stuns. What's its cooldown now, I wonder? Is it closer to, like, 3 seconds? Wow, this move is up constantly. This move is up constantly. I feel like it looks pretty good. This move is just constantly up. Yeah. You just gotta hit him. I mean, you might be able to run the other move, right? But Surf is what breaks it, doesn't it? Or maybe both moves broke it. Dang. Well, there you go. That's Suicune for you. Again, honestly, not at all what I expected. I expected a pretty different kit for this Pokemon. That is not at all what I thought it was going to be. It looks really cool. Its Unite move looks insanely powerful. The cleanse right into your Unite in a very wide area feels very good. Yep. Big. Big if true. But it feels more like a mage to me. It's like an all-rounder mage hybrid. Alright. Suicune gameplay. Compliments of El Chico Eevee. El Chico Eevee also has information about Alolan Raichu, so let's take a look at it right now. Alolan Raichu from Eevee. This is just the moveset. Let's see. We'll start as Pikachu. Now, I think the big question is, and I feel like I already know the answer, is will this have Pikachu's Hollowware? I don't think it will, honestly. Paralyzes all opponents near them when near the Pokemon for a short time when it receives damage. So it has the same ability that Pikachu has. Alolan Raichu, however, is going to have its own ability, its own passive, which is the Pokemon can use basic attacks while moving. The Pokemon uses a move or boosted, it dashes in the designated direction. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so fun. So is it a speedster, right? Is that what we're going to get out of it? If this Pokemon hits an opposing Pokemon with a basic attack or move, its boosted gauge increases by 1. When the boosted gauge increases to 4, then Pokemon's next basic attack becomes a boosted that deals increased damage and also deals damage to opposing Pokemon near its target. Okay? Interesting. So it kind of like bounces around. Kind of like spreads out, dealing some damage, right? Thunder Shock releases electricity at the designated opposing Pokemon, dealing damage to them in the area of effect. Also paralyzes the opposing Pokemon for a short time. Kind of basics there of Thunder Shock. Thunder Wave has the user discharge a weak jolt of electricity in the designated direction, dealing damage and leaving them paralyzed for a short time. Okay. This is Stored Power. For a short time, increase the user's basic attack speed. The user's next 6 basics also launch a star-shaped electric blast. Upgrade, the electric blast decrease the opponent's special defense. Wow, is this a special auto attacker? Is that what we're looking at here? Interesting. Has the user release a strong electric blast in the designated direction, dealing damage and leaving them paralyzed if the move hits an electric orb created by Electro Ball. The orb releases its electricity and deals damage to nearby opposing Pokemon. The upgrade leaves them unable to move, so it stuns them instead of paralyzing them. We have Electro Ball. The user hurls an electric orb to the designated location where it remains for a short time. When an electric orb and an opposing Pokemon touch, it releases electricity, deals damage to nearby opposing Pokemon. A maximum of so many uses can be kept in reserve. Deals damage over time to Pokemon hit by this move. Is this like a ranged auto attacker? Interesting. Has the user release a strong telekinetic force, this is psychic, dealing damage and applying a slowing effect. If the user hits opposing Pokemon slowed by this effect with a basic, it deals additional damage. If this move hits an electric orb created by Electro Ball, the orb is pulled to the center of this. Ooh, this could be really cool. Deals damage over time. Wow, we have multiple damage over time moves for Alolan Raichu. Like damage over time could be really powerful. You know, people don't expect it to do so much, right? Let's see. This is its Unite move. Is going to be, what is it? Thunderstorm Aerial. Has the user create a star-shaped zone of electricity in the designated area, dealing damage and applying a slowing effect to the Pokemon it hits. The zone remains on the field for a short time, dealing damage over time, more damage over time, applying a slowing effect. If the user hits an opposing Pokemon in the zone with a basic, the user's next basic attack becomes boosted. There you go. Alolan Raichu moveset. We have Suicune gameplay, and there's also some more stuff from Eevee on Twitter, I think. El Chico Eevee was posting some more stuff here. We know that the 2 new held items are being implemented, the Power Bracer and Power Lens. So we've talked about this before. The idea behind this item is that when you get a KO or assist in a KO, your attack and special attack is increased for a while. We have 500 point mode gameplay images, things coming to the game right here, which will show like your selections for the abilities you pick. Like that's one of the big things about this, and Eevee's got some of them right here. Gaining more experience, gaining more passive experience, leveling up when you score a goal, getting quicker KOs on wild Pokemon, grant experience faster. It's like tons and tons of different things. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting. And then he also mentions that like Remote Stadium will be back for ranked. I feel like I saw it earlier when I was looking through some of this. Alolan Raichu will start as a Pikachu. Will we get the Hollower for both? I highly doubt it, but what if we did? And there was something on his Twitter about Remote Stadium coming back as a ranked mode. So I don't know if we switch between the two maps. I'm not positive, but I swear I read something about it, but now I'm missing it. Either way. And then, oh yeah, and we have the Eos technology here, right here. So there we go. Suicune, Alolan Raichu, more stuff coming to the game. Always an amazing news day when leaks are abound. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you all very, very soon. We did it.